Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. It's Saturday, and it's been a while, almost a week, since I have been sharing with you, and I thought this would be a good day to do it. What I'm planning on doing today is a little bit of the housekeeping things in my altered book journal that I usually do off screen, but I'm afraid that that's about where my capacity is today for the housekeeping chores of covering some pages. But before I go on, I thought I would explain to you what's happening. Many of you know, maybe not my newer subbies, but many of you know that I'm having infusions, and I only have 2 weeks left in this 5 months of joy and wonder. And I have to admit that according to what I hear from my doctor and my oncologist and so forth, that I have been really having a easy time of it compared to what other people go through. But I think the infusion has decided that it's just going to show me in the last this week and the next two what it's capable of doing. So this girl has actually had to get flat for a couple of days, which niggles on me because it isn't the true Carol. But I think I'm going to listen to my body, and I just wanted you to know that I'm thinking of you, and I wish I had all of the strength and capacities that I had for 4 months prior. But I will be very, very happy on August 20th. August 10th, when this part of my treatment comes to an end, and then I can go on and get back some strength and some verve and the other things that I like to do. I haven't even done any stitching for the cover of my of this book, but I have found that when lying there after I go through the feeling sorry for myself stage, I take myself into planning the finishing up of the stitchery, and I've been actually enjoyed planning some new projects to work on. But as I said, that's all up in my head because the body is flat. Not so much today, so I thought I would explain to you the situation, and in general, I suppose, given the conditions I'm under, I'm doing very well, and I want you all to know that I'm having excellent results with the infusions. They are doing their job, and I'm ready for the next step. And I'm very ready for the next step because it does not involve any poisoning of this little body of mine. It just is, there is a limit for everyone on this, and I think I might have gotten pretty close to mine this week. So, enough of that subject. Let's go on. I have picked out some papers from Roxy Creations, and thank you, Rachel. I just wanted to use some of these papers that I have purchased from her recently. This is her new collection, and it has blues in it, as you can see, and I'm thinking that that I'm going to use this because I wanted to have a little tiny bit more blue in this altered book. So let's pick those 2 pages to start. I hope all of you are well. Let's see now if I go here. Yes, okay, we're going to get this trimmed down or torn and ready to fly. Okay, out of harm's way. Let's do some good old ribbon. I have used heavier weight copy paper on these papers because I feel as though this book would not contain too much more than it is going to. And I don't want it to be a total alligator. Let's see now. Let's go this way. I'm usually not too handy at this way. Let's see what happens. There. As luck would have it, it's cooperating today. Oh, it feels so good to be here and talking to you. There we go. Whoops. Let's see if we can get this to work now. This last little bit. Not so bad. Let's see what we can do with this blue. Because the part I have picked in the journal has a pocket, and in the pocket has this writing spot that I made with the blue, and I decided, well, let's just go back to blue now. That would be a good thing. And I'm going to use the Distress Ink Faded Jeans on the edges. At least that's my plan. That I had paper, the side tuck, there it is. There it is. I'm thinking that I want this one on here. We're going to have to find something to put down here at the bottom, which is okay. We can do that. There you go now. Let's see where this might be. And this one too. And we'll do that one right there. Then we'll have to find a something for the bottom. This is the outside, so I'm going to use the tear ruler because I like the way that looks. And white eraser. The great cure-all eraser. Make sure we get this lined up. As you can see, why I usually do this as housekeeping. I certainly don't expect that you're going to make it through all of this cutting and tearing and gluing. Oh, pretty. Now, let's go back to the in here and do some distressing, just a little tiny bit. And while we're at it, let me put a little paper protector in here. Right. Take care of the edges. And here. I'm going to be so tickled when we get to the end of this so that we can apply the slow stitched cover that we're in process of doing for this. I have been so enjoying watching Rachel at Roxy Creations and Anne work on slow stitching and see the projects that they're working on. Absolutely lovely. Now, let's go here, girl. Let's get with the program. I think that will do just a treat. I'm getting to the bottom of this Yoo-hoo, so I want to use it. That cough is not sickness, it's poison. Part of the fun. Now, maybe just a smidge on the corners. This is 2 parts PVA. And 1 part water. And down we go. Over a little further, Carol. Let's go here now. There we go. Down. And 1 more. Isn't this pretty? Blue leaves on the roses. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Took me quite a while to figure out that Yoo-Hoo needs a little bit of heft put on it when you're using it. If you're too delicate with it, you don't get enough glue. And it only took me, we won't discuss how long to figure that out. Better late than never on that. Let's see exactly where that one is. I'm not happy with the location there. Let's see what we're going to be doing here. This one is going to need a little fine-tuning. This one is going to need just, there we go. Put this in here and close these. Put some good old pressure on there. Now, let's see exactly what we're going to do down here and here. Let's see if we have anything in the leftover stash. Anything in there? Songs of Heaven. Okay. Now, there we go. I fold this in half, or do I want to use the musical notes? Well, there is a birdie, and a birdie does deserve the musical notes, and this would go right to the edge of the page. I'm thinking that we can do a birdie strip here. This one about here. And this one, well, we'll cut it close, and then if we have to trim, we will. to do, I did this, no, I'm just going to let that dry. That's what I'm going to do. Goodness, this is like bicycle riding. You can get right back on it, but then you make mistakes too until you get your sea legs going again. There, perfection. Okay. And right here. Well, one down. And let's have oh, there's my husband coming back from his errands. I'll be right back. For these two pages, I have decided to use Rachel's Purple collection. And as you can see, they're just delightful. And these run a little bit short, so we're going to have to go digging about to find something for the bottom of the pages again. But that's okay. I love this one. She has two others here that are rather pretty, but they are vertical rather than horizontal, and I said, no, let's not do that. So, we're going to be there. I do hope that you're planning to have a nice weekend. We are in Florida here, are waiting to have a little talking to by a hurricane, but it should not pose much of a threat to northeast Florida. But then one never knows. I know that we will definitely have wind and rain. But we are very lucky because the drainage is so wonderful here where we are that the water falls and disappears. You can almost watch it just go away. Alrighty, there we are. Now we have to make a decision about what to do here. I'm thinking I'm not going to do purple. I've decided against it. No purple. Let's have some tea dye. Here we have another side pocket, and this has to come in. And that's better. That is better. turn this one over. That one off there. And this one, which will not be on that side, of course, it will be in here. We can just turn that upside down. No, we're not going to turn that upside down. We're just going to do this correctly. We're just going to do this correctly. Okay. There we go. Done. And here, I think this is going to go over here. I'm going to change my mind on that. Goodness, mind changing is part of the fun. And now, where the leaf is, okay. That should work. And now, let me get these out of the way because I will try to use them as sure as I'm breathing. I think there might be some papers in here that might work. Speaking of which, oh yes, that's going to be the little fixer-upper. These can get moved out of the way. Let's have a little tea dye now. It's nice and bumpy looking. And over here. And there you're going to go. Yes. And there we are. And this one here. I'm just going to move this notch up. It's hanging up in here, being very, very uncooperative. There you go. There you go. I have decided that this needs to be taken down a bit on the side opposite the notch. My husband just came back and gave a little bit of a report that he heard on the in his car that we're going to have wind and rain, as predicted. I have not heard. Yesterday I was kind of in another realm, so I didn't hear what was happening elsewhere. go, down it goes. Now, another fix. Goodness gracious. No, I think I'll fix that with a pair of scissors. Now let's get out this one. Oh, this is going to be very nice here. And this one. There, and both of them. That showed that I did that correctly. Now let's have, I'm going to take some of that white out of there. And this much, and this much again. Go on that one. Yep. A little paper nick in the yoo-hoo. Let's get that one closed down tightly. Well, here we are, and I do hope that you have enjoyed this short time that we have together today. We have not too many more of these to do, and I'm hoping to get back to them under the housekeeping label this week. And I would like to finish up these few pages that are left. If you have enjoyed being with me today, please consider giving me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I do answer them, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. So there we have the Blue Birdie, and the writing spot that goes in here. You can let that hang out a little bit because it just matches beautifully. Couldn't be more tickled with the way that matches. Oh. And here. See you soon. Bye now.